Hey friends, how you doing? My name is Terry Ivy, and I'm also a property owner of cabins in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, just as you are. I want to tell you a little bit about our story. About 5 years ago, we purchased our first cabin, and we had one of the big management companies in the area manage our cabin for us. And obviously, we just bought the cabin. We really didn't know what to expect. We knew what the rental history of the cabin was, but in terms of, in our view, we just wanted the cabin taken care of, maintained, as well as obviously profitable, keeping it full, keeping it booked. Unfortunately, with this property management company, and about 7 months into it, I wasn't able to. I felt like the pricing that they had me at was just not. I wasn't booked enough. I was maybe booked 1 to 2 weekends out of the month, and I felt like if we had more aggressive type of pricing, that we could actually have it filled up more, so I could at least be profitable. They didn't agree with those terms. They wanted me to be priced with what everybody else was, so it wouldn't compete. So obviously, in my terms, I wouldn't looking at it as competing. My cabin wasn't the same as theirs, and obviously, if there was a guest that was staying there, they would want to return because they enjoyed the layout and things like that. So we just didn't agree with how that needed to be handled. So I parted with them, went with another large property management company, and we were together for 4 years. And in that duration, we actually got another cabin as well. And actually, for the first 3 years, we were actually pleased with the management company. The things that we were noticing, though, our agreement that we had was 35% in cleaning, and we 35%, obviously when we were profitable, but some of the months we were being charged up to 50% with all these incidental fees, that we were, spa filters continuously getting changed, and I'll get back to that in a minute. Things that I wouldn't know if they were being done, expenses. So the 35 some months would be 50% for costs that they said that they had occurred because they had to change out this or do something like that. And it happened, and of course, we were profitable. We could have been more profitable, but it seemed like the last year of doing business with them, on the fourth year, it seemed like the owners kind of stepped back from being the management company, and they were having the employees that were managing, primarily the properties. In other words, I would want to go and talk to the owners. I couldn't get with the owners. They would send the employee to talk to me, and they basically came unattached. I was getting complaints with some of our guests with the way some of the office personnel was handling some issues in the cabin. We're getting some bad responses. On my stays, I was coming in, the cabin wasn't kept it just wasn't kept up to where I thought it should have been in terms of, you got a lot of light bulbs that are out, the beds look like they haven't been washed, and just things like that. And I basically had a meeting with the owners, and then we decided that it was just best to part company. So with that being said, that was actually a gift. I actually at that time was with another partner of ours who has a ministry that he's starting down here in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, that is helping fatherless children. And basically, I'll give you guys a link on more information about that. But we're in a generation where we have a lot of fatherless children, and this program helps teach them the identity of what God tells them what they're expected to be. It teaches them chivalry, teaches them respect. When a woman walks in a room, you stand, teaching these boys what God intended them to be as men. It's changing children's lives, it's changing youth's lives all across the country. They're in different countries as well. So this is actually going on in Broken Bow, starting in one of the area churches. Choctaw Nations is interested because they got a problem with it with their school districts as well. They have the same epidemic. So I was with this ministry who's actually doing this in Broken Bow, and I just decided, I said, hey, why don't we just go ahead and start our own why don't we start our own property management? We're just going to do it differently. Let's just be very transparent. We're called Luxury Broken Bow Cabins. Let's also offer a concierge service, more of a white glove touch. Let's charge less than what we're being charged up here, and not nickel and dime the owners. But the key is also do things different to be able to get more bookings for these owners. So we took my cabins, and we also took another cabin. The owner of Hotel Barbecue, Tom Versas, he actually gave us his account, and I was able to see what he had with his other property management on the bookings and what he was getting. And we did our marketing's completely different. You know, a lot of the people that come up here are from the Texas area, so the marketing has to be in the Texas area, and everybody's looking for little getaways with 3 to 5 hours they can get away and they can enjoy this up here in Broken Bow. So the marketing was different, instead of making them just go to our website, go into different areas and different ads throughout that would tag them in so they could book the cabins. Well, we actually, on the very first month, we actually increased his bookings from March of last year to the current March he had with us. We booked his bookings by 67% on his first month. And so we now know the formula works on the bookings. What we're also offering is a concierge service. So, if you want to get a private chef to come in and actually cook for the party, we can have that. A masseuse person can come in. They want to do karaoke, we can bring karaoke stuff in. We can book horseback rides, boating ventures, or whatever they want to do. The key is not only have them have a luxury concierge service with our group, but also we want them to have repeat business. We want them to always think about your cabin and come back, and repeat business is really, really important. We were able to grab a lot of that with the marketing that I was doing on my cabins, aside from my property management. We had our own deal we were doing. We were bringing a lot of our people from our marketing to the property management. So we're very excited. We're very, very, very excited about being a transparent, we're minister-based. Percentages of our profits go and help fund the foundation of the Men of Honor group. And we are excited on showing you guys on kind of what we do. The numbers don't lie. We can show you the checks of what we're cutting the owners, let you and see what you did, and see, hey, see if our formula is working better. And obviously, we're not charging as much. We're not going to nickel and dime. Obviously, there's some things that you obviously take care of, like septic and propane and things like that. But these little charges that you can't really prove if they were, I want to be transparent, a transparent company where it's a luxury concierge and it's backed by ministry. So we look forward to talking to you and just showing you more things, and meeting my other partner as well, Tony Rory, and our wives are involved. He's been married for over 20 years, and I've been married over 20 years, and my kids are grown and everything. And of course, we're getting ready to buy a residence here in Oklahoma, and we're just excited on helping you. So look forward in working with you, partnering with you, and growing. And let me just mention one more thing, and I'm sorry, I was in it. But also the biggest factor that we have as well is that we, on our policies are real strict, heavy fines. So we want to make sure that when the clients and the guests are at your cabins, they're going to take care of your cabin. So we have these real huge, hefty fines, because obviously this is a big investment for you guys, and we want to make sure that we get the right people that maintain it, and they understand the policies. And of course, we heavily fine them and making sure that your property is being taken care of. We will tell you when your septic needs to be done. We will tell you when your propane needs to be done. No one told me. I learned the hard way on my first one. You have to get those things done. So those are important. Just making sure on the schedule, and we keep the maintenance on your cabin or lodge taken care of. So I'll wrap that up with that. I didn't mean to go this long, over 8 minutes, but look forward to working with you. My personal number is 214-578-5185. Again, we're Luxury Broken Bow Cabins, and we look forward to working with you. Talk to you soon. Bye.